Hi guys, I hope you're well. I'm Soumya and welcome to another vlog on my channel. So I'm trying to stay well and safe. I hope you're trying to do the same. And well, on this channel I talk predominantly about books. So it's only fitting that I start by telling you about my current reads. One of them is this, The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. That's all I can tell you about this book. Oh wait, this book is fantasy. I can't tell you more about this book because this is the second book in the Winter Night trilogy, and if I tell you about this one, then it would be technically spoiling the first book, which is The Bell and the Nightingale. So can't do that. Another book that I'm reading is a review copy. So yes, that's my reading list. Apart from that, I'm watching The Office US. I have finished 3 seasons. I'm very excited for the 4th season and I'm loving that show. It's just sad that I have waited so long to watch that show because everybody knows about The Office. But well, I'm late to the party, but I have arrived at last. Oh, by the way, I want to say that I get a lot of comments about making a bookshelf tour, but guys, try to understand. I'm not finding time to film a bookshelf tour. I try to film it and then somehow or the other something happens, it gets jinxed. Today I'm thinking of doing Do I Have That Book Challenge in this vlog. So you will see that. Also another thing that I'm thinking of doing is that I'll talk about self-help books. There is a question about self-help books that I keep getting on my vlog. On my YouTube channel, sorry. So I'm going to talk about that as well. The weather is nice and the sky looks good. And this is October. I love October because October is that month when some things get a bit cold but not like chilly, at least in Delhi. October is my number 1 favorite month. The second would be March. I am not able to go out that much because of coronavirus. So I was going to film the Do I Have That Book Challenge today, but something came up. I won't be able to, and I'll have to film it tomorrow, but it will still be a part of this vlog. So I'm going to be doing a Do I Have That Book Challenge. It's an old challenge. There are 20 questions about different kind of books and I have to basically look for whether I have that book on my bookshelf or not. Do you have a book with deckled edges? The answer is yes, I do. It's fairly simple actually because I have only 2 or 3 books with deckled edges. Flame in the Mist by Renee Edia. If you look at the edges of the pages of this book, you will see that they are kind of rough and uneven, and yep, this is a book with deckled edges. Do you have a book with 3 or more people on the cover? This one is kind of specific, it's a bit tricky. I don't remember just like that. More than 3 or more. Oh, found it. Bombay Brides by Esther David. There are way more than 3 people on the cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there are people on the back cover as well. So, do you have a book based on another fictional story? Very simple. I read that book this year itself, and that book is Longburn by Jo Baker, which is based on Pride and Prejudice. Longburn is the reimagining of Pride and Prejudice from the servant's perspective. Do you have a book with a title which is 10 letters long? Extremely specific, and I'll have to check now, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, found it. Solar Bones by Mike McCormack. 10 letters in the title. Next up is, do you have a mass market paperback? I don't. Do you have a book with a title that starts and ends at the same letter? It's a bit difficult, but I'll find it for sure. This is the title of the book. The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. Starts with a T, ends with a T. Do you have a book written by an author using a pen name? Yes, I absolutely do. My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. So Elena Ferrante is her pen name and I don't know what her real name is because her identity has not been revealed. Do you have a book with a character's name in the title? Quite a few of them actually, and the one that really comes to my mind right now is this one, which is A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Backman. And yeah, do you have a book with 2 maps in it? Now generally fantasy books or mythological fiction books are the ones that have maps in them, and I know for a fact that whichever fantasy book or mythological fiction book that I have do not have 2 maps. But I had read a book this year some time back, which is this one, Mouse, The Complete Mouse by Art Spiegelman. Now I'm not sure if this can be considered as 2 maps. You let me know in the comments. This is one map is of Poland and the other one is of Rego Park, New York. So there are two maps on the back cover. Do you have a book that was turned into a TV show? Yeah, definitely. I have books from A Song of Ice and Fire series, the ones that have come out so far, and they were turned into Game of Thrones TV show. The first book is this, Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. Do you have a book written by someone who was originally famous for something else, like a celebrity, politician, athlete? Yeah, definitely. I have a book written by Mindy Kaling, and that book is this one. This book is called Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me by Mindy Kaling. So I am watching Mindy Kaling in The Office US, and I'm loving her in that show. She is an actor, a producer, she's a comedian, and she's also written a book. Do you have a book with the clock on the cover? Well, this is super easy. I have a book with the word clock in the title as well as the picture of a clock on the cover, and this is that book, The Clocks by Agatha Christie, and as you can see, there is a clock on the cover. Do you have a poetry book? Yeah, I have a few poetry books, and one of them is right here. It's going to be a bit difficult to take this one out. Okay, and here you go. Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur. Do you have a book with an award stamp on it? Yeah, I don't have that many of such books, but I do have a few, and I guess here is one book, Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo, and if you look here, you'll see the stamp, the Booker Prize 2019 winner. I think this can be considered as a stamp, right? Do you have a book written by an author who has the same initials as you? My name is Soumya Jain, my initials are SJ, and I know for a fact that I do not have a book written by an author with the same initials. Do you have a book of short stories? Lovely Dark Deep Stories by Joyce Carol Oates. Do you have a book that is between 500 to 510 pages long? Such a specific question. How am I supposed to know that? I'll have to look. Nope. 514, so close. It's a bit difficult to guess, don't you think? It's a bit difficult question. Oh, 505 pages in Kafka on the Shore by Haruki Murakami. Do you have a book that was turned into a movie? There are questions like the previous one, and then there is this question. Very, very easy. One of them is here, The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Do you have a graphic novel? Well, yes, I do quite a few of them. I have quite a few of them. If you look at this shelf, all these are graphic novels. This was my first ever graphic novel, and I love it. Do you have a book written by 2 or more authors? Yes, not many of them, but a few, and one of them is this, Illumine, the first book in the Illumine Files series. It's written by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, 2 authors. So that was my Do I Have That Book challenge. I've done it and I'm happy with how it went. So you will see me the very next moment, but I will see you after a few hours. So I am back and I want to talk about something that I get a lot of comments about, and that comment is that are self-help books really truly helpful? So if you want to truly benefit after reading a self-help book, only go for those books that truly talk about the issues that you are dealing with. Do not just go for popular best-selling titles. So I'll give you an example. The 5 AM Club came out by Robin Sharma, and I have been quite a fan of Robin Sharma's writing because I have loved reading The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. I liked that book a lot. It helped me. But when it came to the 5 AM Club, that is a book that is not really relevant in my life because the kind of schedule I follow, it's okay. I do not need to wake up at 5 AM. But that book was a bestseller. But I did not buy it. Okay, I did buy it. It's in my Kindle. But I realized that I was never going to read that book because it's just not relevant for me. Everybody has a different mindset and everybody has different battles to fight. For example, in my case, discipline is not that much of a problem. The problem in my case becomes my mindset. Sometimes I tend to overthink and think negatively. So I go for self-help books that focus on mindset. Similarly, if you are optimistic but you are not that disciplined, you should go for books that focus on talking about how to be disciplined. That way you get the most benefit. Another thing is that whenever I go for self-help books, I have started paying attention to the length of the book. So I feel that the shorter the book is, it's more concise and more practical to pick it up. Another really important factor in deciding whether a self-help book will work for you or not is the style of the author. In all frankness, you have to experiment a bit with different authors because different self-help books are written on the same topic by different people, but one works for you and the other doesn't. So you have to do the hit and trial thing here and experiment. So that was my vlog. I hope you liked it. If you did, please do leave a like and a comment. I'd love it. And please take care of yourselves. Until next time. Bye.